total mobility. So we're completely changing gear now from what we've just done. If you've just done Total Fitness or you've just done a workout yourself. Although you can do this whenever, I wouldn't advise it before exercise though, either right after or any time in between. So we've got our 8-day cycle today. We're on our 3rd day, aka the bear on the thumbnails on YouTube. 2-minute stretches, 12 to do, plus a bit of relaxation at the end. Big deep breaths all the way through. Fill the lungs. I like to do a little bit of what's called box breathing, so I'll breathe all the way out, empty the lungs, hold, pause for a few seconds. Breathe in, make that last a few seconds, hold the breath in for a few seconds, so you're squaring it off, hence box breathing. So, nice and slow. If you want to do that, fine, don't get too hung up though, as long as you breathe in, that's all that matters. Try and relax into each stretch. Yeah. Okay, relax into each stretch. That's what you're here. We want the fibers to lengthen, and you want as much range as possible. So try to relax and do your version. If you're just beginning on this, don't compare yourself to anyone else. You just get as near as you can, and as long as you're improving, if you see a millimetre difference in this 2 minutes, you've already improved. Over 6 months, that'll be 4 or 5 inches, okay? Over a year or so, you're talking big changes to your posture, and it will affect everything you do. Anyway, let's make a start. We're going to do some free shoulder rolls first. So, bear with me, let me set the timer. 2 minutes on each, then we'll thereabouts. Shoulder rolls, get a nice breathing pattern here. So, big breath in. Hold for a couple of seconds, whatever's comfortable. Imagine you're reaching for the ceiling. And then release the breath. Same at the bottom. Relax, reach down. Up. And you can go at your own pace, you don't have to go with me. Fingertips to the ceiling as you go over. Fingertips to the floor as you go down. Change direction. Okay, just relax those arms a minute. So, we're going to twist it forward bend each side now. So, left hand on your right hip. Okay, then keeping your legs as straight as you can. Make your way down as low as you can. Okay, again, it's all down to the individual. Don't worry if you can't reach the floor like this. Then I'm going to open up this palm, this shoulder. So I'm twisting through the body. There's a lot going on here. Posterior chain legs. Into the lower back, into the spine, rib cage, serratus anterior, shoulders. There's a lot happening, there's a lot being mobilised. Just nice deep breaths, and you're just trying to get as close to it. Even if you're like this, it doesn't matter. And look up at your hand. Just keep trying to take that hand back towards 12 o'clock. "45 seconds left on the clock." It's not an easy one to hold this, I realise that. So remember, you can come in and out. Don't feel forced to hold it for the whole time. slowly lower that one hand. Slowly bring yourself up that leg. Take a breath at the top. Okay, tough. Now the other side, right hand on the left hip. Slowly make your way down and open up the left hand, shoulder to the wall. Look up at that hand even better. Stretching, rotating through the cervical spine as well. Almost there. Last 20 seconds in this position. Slowly start to lower that hand. Slowly bring yourself up. Okay. Our last standing stretch before we go to ground is a wide forward bend. So, edge those feet out nice and wide. When you feel you've reached your full potential there, and there inevitably will be a little bit more, fold at the waist, down to the hands, the palms, the elbows. And just slowly try and increase that width. And if you can't reach the ground, it doesn't matter. Just work towards it. We'll improve week by week. Twenty seconds. Okay, slowly transition yourself down to all fours. Okay, we're going to do a prone lunge each side now. One of the fundamental stretches I'd say, for opening the hips. So, from this tabletop position, you're going to bring your left foot to the side of your left hand. So I'm going to align my shin and forearm. I want to take this back leg back a little bit further. Then I'm going to eliminate this curve here. So I'm going to do that by pushing the hips down and forward and raising my head and chest up as high as possible. And then one last thing, if you can, get any external rotation on this hip. What I mean by that is just to come onto the outside edge of that foot. And that'll give you even more depth. And this is the shape you're looking for. Look. This. Not achievable straight away, but with time. Example there. Big difference. But it does take months, if not years, to see those real big changes. But it does happen. deep breaths. So it's this angle here, from the hip to the ground, the closer to the ground you can get this hip. The more it's going to free that hip up. Last 20 seconds for this side. Okay, transition then to side two. Same again. Align the shin and forearm. Slide the left knee back. Come up on your knuckles, fingertips, or indeed yoga blocks. And then drop your hips in as deep as you can. Raise the head and chest. Externally rotate the leading knee. And again, eliminate that curve. That's your job. As much as you can, don't worry. You can be more like this at first. That's okay. That's what you're here for. Open the hip. Now transition to our next one, which is upward dog. So hands down over the shoulders, drop the hips in deep, pull the shoulder blades back, crown of the head to the ceiling. You want to be like this, we want this. Tuck the chin in, pull the shoulder blades back. Now this is one where you might feel a pinch in your lower back, yeah, don't worry, well, as long as it's not unbearable. If it's unbearable, just come out for a second. As long as it's bearable, try and stay with it. That is the tendons of your hip flexors that run from the knee all the way through to the lower back. And when they're tight, they're responsible for a hell of a lot of problems. So if you feel that, don't be surprised. Just try and maintain it as much as bearable. Stretch for the anterior chain, flexors, abs, etc. The next one we're going to go down and dog and do the opposite, the posterior chain. So slow transition then. Push the hips up, heels into the ground. Push your chest through your arms. Try and get your heels to the ground if you can. And if you can't, pedal the knees like this. One leg at a time. Just to ease that tension out of the calves. We're coming into child's pose next. Big deep breaths. Last 30 seconds. Transition then now to child's pose. Bring the knees in. Put some width between them. Touch your big toes together. Take the hips back to the heels. Reach forward. Head to the floor. A big stretch through the back here. Lower back in particular. Big deep breath. Open up the rib cage with your breaths. Breathe deep. Slowly transition to our neck. We're our last three now. This is very soft if it's taken to its extremity. The full hip. At the very least, just stay on the heels, just come up. Just start to open the hips up a little bit. Just sit in that position. Once that becomes comfortable, just keep trying to go further back. Back on the hands, eventually the elbows, eventually the head, eventually the shoulders. Back. And that can take months, years. Just do what's comfortable. As long as you're opening up the hips here, that's what's important.
The mystery begin with its peace and all its sea. Seeping out the darkness, soul in purity, soul in purity.
Last 30 seconds.
On a floating feather, give us a welcome land, seeking out the farthest, golden light and sin.
And slowly make your way up and out. To seated. Last two stretches. Butterfly stretch. Hips and spine together. Bring your heels as close to your hips as you can. Okay? The soles of your feet together. Gently, gently prise these palms towards the floor. Spine nice and straight. Chin tucked in. Big deep breath. Yeah, no matter where you are, like this. It's okay. Over time, those legs are going to flatten out nicely. Almost there. Okay, last one before our relaxation. Lie back and do a glute bridge. So think about full glute activation. It's an active stretch. Plant your heels, then push your hips up and back, as if you're towards the back corner of the room. Gently press the knees apart, and just get as much height as you can. Gently squeezing over the 2 minutes. This is an exercise in recalibration, putting tension into the front to take it out the back. Sorry, the other way around. Tension in the back to take it out the front, where so many of us carry it. In the hips. Just gently press further and further. Last squeeze of the glutes. Lift the hips to the ceiling. Okay, relax. Last bit, a bit of relaxation now. Take your mats to the wall somewhere. Put your legs up at 90 degrees. Switch off. I just want you to melt into the ground now. Completely switch everything off. The idea is that oxygen-rich blood flows through the body without any impedance from gravity, which is going to reset the endocrine system. It's going to reset the system of the body. Okay. Just let yourself melt into the ground. Your arms as high up as you can, where they rest on the ground. Let go. You think you're relaxed, but you're not. There's so much tension in your body that you're not even aware of. Try to become aware of it. Let it go. Every cell in your body needs to just switch off now. So imagine you fall into the earth. Slowly start to wake yourself up. You feel that adrenaline and cortisol now dissipated. Serotonin and dopamine levels restored. Draw those circles with your toes. Squeeze and release your fingertips. Take one last big stretch back with your arms. With a big breath in. And bring yourself back. There you go. System reset. Perfect. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That was lovely today. We're back tomorrow. Father Time, part 1 for total fitness and day 4 for total mobility. See you for one and or both of those. Thanks so much for subscribing and tuning in. See you soon. Have a lovely day.